Today I'm going to be showing you how to create a basic Google App Engine project and how to do basic form submission and some basic HTTP requests. So over here I've created a handler for an HTTP request and I've mapped it to a backslash, and this is a basic App Engine project. It contains an app.yaml file which contains the configurations, and you can define the libraries, you can define what URL maps to a file, and you can create the handlers and all. And then there is an index.html file which I have created, and then okay, and then I have an index.yaml file which is used to store the indexes of the data store. And I just get back to the main.python file, and let me just explain to you what's going on here. So over here we have created a class which inherits from the request handler class in the web app2 module, and it contains a method called the get method, which is called every time we do a get request to a page that is mapped to this handler perform. Okay, and then we define an app which is a WSGI application, a web server gateway interface, and over here we have mapped the main handler to a forward slash, and we're just calling debug equals true, so automatic debugging. Okay, so now let's just run this from the well on the browser. So over here I have navigated to my project directory. Yeah, I'll just show you where it is. Okay, and I've created a symbolic link to the appserver.py, and we can just tell it to run it in this directory. I put a full stop over there which denotes this directory, and over here we have the terminal running, and I'll just go to this port. This URL maps to the admin page. So I'll go to Google Chrome. Okay, and it says hello world. There we go. And now this is an extremely simple request. We can now try to, well, I'll just go back to my index.html file and show you what I've done here. I've created a form, and what this form has will be a text box and a button which says submit. Okay, and it's going to be posting. It's going to do an HTTP post request, and we are going to map this to our main handler, to the forward slash. So I'll just save this, and well, now when we run this, we won't be able to see this template because we haven't loaded it. So there are two ways to load the template. We can use Django templates, or we can use Ginger. Django is, you can see a Django template everywhere, so I'll just show you how to do it through Ginger. Okay, I'm going to be importing the Ginger 2 module, and I'll go back to my app.yaml file and declare this. I don't know which version of Ginger we are going to be using, so I'll just type in latest. Let's go back to Ginger. Let's go back to our main.py file. Okay, and now let's just I'll just specify the template directory, where the template is, where I'm gonna keep my templates. We can call os that part dot dir name directory name and pass in file. Oh yeah, before that we have to import os. Okay, we can do that, but however, if we want to include in a different directory like templates, we can pass in a string, which of the string which is the name of the folder, and we have to call os.path.join. This. Okay, this is a little bit complicated. This is not. This is what I would recommend you would do if you had many HTML files, but over here we just have one HTML file, so I'm just gonna remove this templates argument. Okay, and now we need to create the Ginger environment. Let's call this Ginger environment, and we're gonna get a reference to the class Ginger environment. The loader will be the file system loader which comes with Ginger. Just give it a small space. And we pass in the template directory, and it's going to take another parameter which just says if are we gonna auto escape the HTML input or not. Okay, now let's just test this. Well, nothing would happen, but we should just not get an error. Okay, we didn't get an error. That's good. Okay, and now I'll just create another class which maps to the which extends the web app to a request handler class. Okay, and I'll call it handler. Well, this is just gonna keep some of our convenience functions. And main handler is gonna inherit from that. Okay, I'll just create a write function which takes in as many arguments as you can think of. And now I'll just create a render stir function which returns the rendered version of the HTML file, and it's gonna take the name of the template and then the parameters. It's just by the way, these stars are just control flow tools. I mean, if it's new to you, and we want to get the template. Right. And pass in template, which has been passed into the function. And now we just want to return the rendered version of the template, which we'll pass into write in another function. Okay, now I just create the render function, and you can probably guess what this would do. Okay, now I have created the three convenience functions that we will need, and now let's just try to render the index.html template. Okay, let's hope this works. Yeah, and it worked. Now we have our first Google App Engine project, and if we type something, and now let's see what would happen if we press submit. Now you might be thinking it just redirect it back to the page, but let's see. Okay, and it says method not allowed. Post is not allowed for this resource. Now this is happening because we haven't defined the post method in the main handler. We haven't told the form what to do when it does a post request. So let's see what you should do. And all what we want to do is we just want to print out something like thank you. Go back into our page, reload it, and once again I type some junk, type in submit, and it says thank you for entering data. And this is actually some extremely basic app engine, and I hope you liked it. Goodbye, and keep building projects.